Episode 109, a very near and dear number to me because I'm a Charlatans fan. But Jim gonna have a lot of fun with episode 109. Check this out. Go ahead,
Yep.
Jim.
And it has nothing to do with John F. Kennedy's PT boat. Okay, nothing to do with that. I've been fascinated with nonsense for a long time, as some people already know. In fact, one of the very first things that we used to do in my classroom, I would teach them a little riddle, question and answer thing, call and response. And it goes like this: if your mother was a washer and your father was a dryer, how many pancakes would it take to shingle the roof of your doghouse? And the answer is 26 because a football doesn't have ears. And so they laugh at that and they think, well, this guy's nuts. He's kind of nuts. But basically, what I turn it into is a little bit of a lesson about our potential to learn. And if you think about it, the brain does two things: it accommodates and it assimilates. It makes a new category for the things that it doesn't have experience with, and then it categorizes the familiar things. And so that's how learning happens. So I tell them, look, the brain looks for meaningful things. So if you can learn this in about 5 minutes, which they all do, then you can learn anything if you just focus and pay attention. If you can learn a nonsense thing within 5-10 minutes, then you can learn whatever you want to learn, just as long as you put your mind to it. So my love of nonsense has brought me to really appreciate some of the weirder songs that you're going to see on the screen share here. Now, one of the things that happened is I started to make this list, and I hope you appreciate the number that I put on the list. It doesn't make any sense. The more I thought about songs like these, the more I remembered. It was just like all of a sudden the gate was open. So these aren't in any particular order. And my guess is that you guys love music enough so that you could probably hear the melody and the song when you just read the title. Oh blah dee, oh blah da. Who can't hear that?
Yeah.
The Beatles, Do Wah Diddy, Diddy Wah Diddy by Captain Beefheart Manfred Mann. Now, the do da da da. Okay, that's kind of when you actually speak the titles of these songs, it's got to bring a smile to your face. All sort of nonsense and sort of just unique in their own life. Their Trio, remember this song, Da Da Da? And then there's a group called Dada that I really like, and they have a song called Dog. And the lyric goes, I know a girl who knows a girl who believes she used to be a dog. It just makes any sense. The Do Run Run, the Crystals, that's the big gold song. We got Bebop-A-Lula, Gene Vincent and his Blue Caps. Now, I love that song. You put that on, no matter who's in the room, they're gonna go, who's that? If they haven't heard it before. Then we have Otis Redding. And this is a song that I think must have had some influence on the Talking Heads Psycho Killer. Different kind of fa, 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 but it's still fa, 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 fa. Then we have Little Anthony and the Imperials, Shimmy, Shimmy, Cocoa Bop. Okay, and this is one I pulled out of I don't know where. I don't know why I remember this. Have you heard the song Achoo by the Sparks, by Sparks?
No.
It's cool enough to be silly and silly enough to be cool, I think. And then if you're as old as we are, it might be difficult to ever forget that you heard the David Seville song with Alvin and the Chipmunks. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. And then you go right into Rama Lama Ding Dong. And then maybe you haven't heard Eek-A-Mouse. But he's got some nonsense songs, Bitty Bitty Bong Bong and Wadu Dim, and then you got Zippity Doo Dah. That was covered by Los Lobos. By the way, Papa Ooh Mau Mau, I skipped that. The Rivingtons are credited with the song 1962. But if you know the Persuasions, it's an a cappella group. Those guys are great, and they have a great version of Papa Ooh Mau Mau.
Oh, wow.
In 1977. It's really, really fun to listen to. Like I said, as I kind of started out with this, I didn't know where to finish. So we were talking about the Residents earlier. So I made a list of some of their songs here that might fit the category of nonsense or no sense. Kick a Picnic, Boxes of Armageddon, Herman the Human Mole, Benny the Bouncing Bump, Weightlifting Lulu, Mickey Macaroni, Melancholy Lassie, Meloncollie, Melancholy, Atomic Shopping Carts, Tourniquet of Roses, not Tournament of Roses, Big Boy, Dog Glue. And then we got let's see. Oh, I saw Murray, you were doing Bebop Deluxe. There's Bill Nelson. The Darcy Bustle Rubberware Fantasia. I love that. You know?
Right.
I think nonsense kind of stretches your ability to pay attention, and it's
Yeah.
a little
So I
bit.
got another one for your list there
Keep
from
going.
the Jetsons.
What is it?
Eek-A, Ork, Uh-uh.
Oh
The
God,
cartoon,
what's the
the
name of that
Jetsons.
band?
That was from the cartoon The Jetsons.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and I don't remember they had a
Oh, God,
band
that was
on. That
awesome.
was their song. I don't
Yeah.
remember what the band was.
Say it
You can
again.
find
Say
the
it again.
song on the internet. I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Eep, Op, Ork. I think I know.
I
It's
thought
Eep,
so.
Op, Ork.
I've always believed that. I've always believed that. So anyway, the last thing that I could add here, I'm a big fan of the Cramps
Okay.
the band, and they have taken Papa Ooh Mau Mau and switched it around a little bit, and they recorded it as Mama Ooh Pow Pow. And on the same album, which is titled Stay Sick, you'll also find Bikini Girls with Machine Guns and Little Racy here, Jackyard Back Off. Okay. The Dead Milkmen have a couple of Bitchin' Camaro. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Girlfriend in a Coma. I don't know if that qualifies, but it's not like I'm going to listen to these songs all the time, every day. But there are a couple on there that if I ever have some neighbors that I just, feel motivated to annoy, they'd be right at the top of the list.
It'd also be good songs to just throw into a mixtape.
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah.
stop for a second and be like, what?
Oh, Shubaba Dubaba Mama by Steve Miller was the one that just came to mind. And My Ding-a-Ling, I don't know if that qualifies because that's really that nonsense. Oh, Residence, another one. Whoopi Snorp, Frank Zappa, Evelyn, a Modified Dog. I love that.
Oh yeah.
The Tokens, The Lion Sleeps Tonight has some nonsense lyrics in there. Oh, one of the things that I learned when I was researching these and getting the dates, sometimes they had the music, but they didn't have the lyrics yet. And so they were just improvising and came up with these sounds to be like placeholders for the eventual lyrics. And some of those placeholders ended up being the lyrics.
Yeah. Classic.
So if you guys want to add some to the list, I'll add them to the list. Anything you can think of?
Something to research.
Yeah.
You covered it pretty well.
It was fun. It was fun. And I hadn't heard that Spark song forever. I mean, Meat Puppets might have some in there. Meat Puppets might have some in there. It's another band I like. So that's about it, Don. Fred, Murray, that's about it.
I have to silence my cell phone. All right. Well, okay. Can we see as much of the list as possible before
yeah. Here we go.
take it off?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, that's a pretty good look.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, there you go.
The Otis Redding, I hadn't heard that in a long time either. That was fun to listen to again. I did not listen to The Witch Doctor again, though. I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to get it out of my head later in the day. Kind of like It's a Small World, that song at Disneyland-ish.
Okay, if you take the screen share off,
you got it.
Well, thank you in a larger size. For a playlist, O-Star 0.9.
There you go.
Which is also episode 109. And we're calling this Invented Words and Nonsense. Is that right?
Right.
All right. So that should catch some people's eyes. Good job, Jim. As always.
Thank you. It was fun.